Guys, I'm gonna do a review. I'm gonna do a review on the Vanswe, Vanswe, however you want to say it, wall mount pulley system. I just got it today. I ordered it about a week ago. I think I ordered it on the 6th, so today is the 11th. Took 5 days to get here. It was actually supposed to get here today, but for some reason the FedEx guy decided not to fucking drop it off, even though he pulled right in front of my house. But you know, that's not a big deal because I had just got back from work. I was pretty tired, but so this review is gonna be on how it operates, how smooth it is, uh, how long it took me to put it together, um, how much weight it can hold. It says 250 pounds. The instructions were pretty easy. If you can read drawing, any drawing, I guess I'm used to reading like all sorts of schematics and all sorts of drawings at work and stuff like that, CAD drawings, this and that, but comes with this manual, comes with all the parts list. What I liked about the package was that it was really packed really well. It was in a box like 10 by 6 by maybe 8 feet, I would say. It weighs about 70 pounds, I think. Instructions are pretty easy. If you follow this diagram, it's pretty easy to set up. I didn't tighten anything. I left everything loose. Once everything was on and put, then I added a little bit of weight. Added 20 pounds. It says it's a 1-to-1 ratio. I really doubt that because that felt more than 20 pounds. So you can see there. See what else? So this diagram. The sleeves, number 22. They fit really tight, but they're not supposed to move. So that's, you know, if you think you can't get them on, screw them in real tight. They'll, well, they don't screw, they just slide on. But it's rubber against steel, so it's gonna kind of want to bind up. So just make sure you slide it in pretty good. Put a little bit of force. The 21 goes on the bottom right for where it drops down. That's the small sleeve, rubber sleeve, gasket, whatever. Well, on the drawing it shows 21 here, 22 right here, but then you have another set of 21 in the drawing. Let's see if it shows on here. Yeah, in the drawing, the other 21, because it comes with 4 of them, they actually go on right here. So you can slide the weights, it doesn't ding up against that metal. But it doesn't show on here the drawing. The drawing's pretty sketchy too. I mean, it's got some bolts that it doesn't show, like number 3 is right here, but that one I had to use a number 2. For some reason a number 2 is here, but then it uses a number 3 on the opposite side. It's the same thing. I don't know why it just didn't use a number 2 or a number 3. The number 2 were shorter bolts. Everything else was pretty simple. Once you get to this step, this is where you add on your pulleys. So these are all your pulleys. This is a bitch because the cord comes kind of a little bit tangled, so you have to untangle it. I would recommend running one at a time. I did both at the same time. Like I did these two, then I ran it up here, and ran it up here. I would recommend doing one. That way you can stretch out the cord and unbind it, because it's kind of twisted up a little bit, so it kind of wants to bind. That's why that middle pulley right there is kind of twisted, because the cord is kind of twisted still. I'm hoping it will straighten up afterwards, after a couple uses. But yeah, that's it. It's pretty easy instructions. Trying to set my phone down here somewhere, and then I'll show you guys how it operates. charged. Hopefully my phone doesn't fall. So pretty much I got this because I've been training for arm wrestling matches and stuff, and my lat pull down downstairs in my basement, the upper pulley can't really like pull far back enough because it hits on that metal outer bracket, whatever. So this is $209 on Amazon. I was dumb. I should have bought it a day before. It would have been like would have been $12 off. So like 198, you know, 197. So there's 20 pounds on. It's actually pretty smooth. You got that little adjustable pull pin right here. It's pretty smooth. You know, it's got 18 positions. A lot of people are saying theirs has 16, but mine has 18. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Get rid of 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Some people on the Amazon reviews are saying they had 16s, and they were comparing it to the Valor Fitness one. The Valor Fitness one was a little bit more expensive, and the Archon, I think that's the other brand, that's like $350 for the same thing. My buddy has that, does the same thing. I don't have it mounted to the wall yet, but it's 20 pounds. That's pretty smooth. Right? You can do all sorts of shit on here. Comes with these. You buy more attachments. Kind of don't like these already because all this gets in the way. You know, but if you're short, you want to do triceps, I guess that's what. It's pretty smooth. Like, I don't feel any binding. I actually didn't tighten the top or bottom bolts on these rods. I let this ride up and down for a while, and I actually pulled this all the way up. And then I was able to tighten the bolts that hold these rods. That way they're dead on center and they're not binding once you get up, you know, that high. I do the same thing on the bottom. That's it. I mean, other than that, it's pretty smooth. Guess I can show you. If you want to do curls, I'll do this way, but smooth. That's what I like. You can attach both of them. This is where the weight differential, I think, is not right. Once you add both, I think what's happening is you're pulling against the tension of both pulleys. That's why it feels a little heavier. But with one pulley, actually it doesn't feel that bad. You can do all sorts of things on this thing. I know Titan Fitness sells one for like $130. It's like the short version. You can buy the taller version. I was gonna buy that, but I didn't read that many good reviews on it. But who knows? Maybe it was made by the same company. My buddy's Archon rides on bearings, and actually this one feels smoother than his. You can actually hear his drag on these rods. This one you can't really hear it. You can hear more of the pulley up top. That's it. I'll pause the video and show up close. Alright, so here's a little tip. In order for these pulleys to be super smooth, like right here, can see how you can spin that. Do not tighten these bolts all the way, like super tight. This is a lock nut. So what that means is there's like a rubber kind of inner casing in there that once you get it past that point, this isn't gonna come loose. So don't worry about these coming loose. Like, I think this one's a little loose right here. I can spin that by hand almost. This one for sure is loose. See that? Doesn't matter, because if you tighten it too much, then you're gonna put a lot of tension on this pulley. And I'm not sure if these have bearings in them. I doubt it. They might. But like, see, you want it to be smooth. That way, when you actually pull on weight, there's not like double resistance, you know, of the weight and the tightness right here. One thing I didn't like was the spacing that was right here. See that? I'm not gonna tighten it more because I don't want to bend this bracket. But this one was pretty dead on almost. No, I guess not. Oh, it's because I loosened it. That's why. Same thing on these. These actually come really loose. Like, if you look at the spacing, that's really loose. Now, I'm not gonna tighten it more because I don't want it to get fucked up. And what's kind of dumb about these bolts is instead of using a shoulder bolt, it's a full threaded bolt. So like, hopefully that inner part doesn't wear out on the threads. Doubt it, but you know, guess you pay what you get for. So this right here, I already tightened this one like crazy. You can see how like the top is way more open than the bottom. It's not a big deal. Then you got your tensioner up here. I gotta tighten this up. This right here will tension up the looseness of this. So if it's tight, see if I pull that. If I pull this, those get tight. I need to put a little bit more tension on here. I just wouldn't recommend cranking the hell out of these. That way yours is really smooth. If yours isn't smooth, you didn't set it up right. But hopefully you guys like my review. And that's it.